What is up, gamers? We are back. Hopefully my gain is not too bad. This is podcast 17 of the Overkill Podcast. I don't even think we have it officially named that, but I'm Meta, and this is Kirby.
Big Kirby, yo.
Big Kirby.
It's your boy. No, wait, we do have it named. It is named the Overkill Podcast. What do you mean?
Oh, okay, base.
Yeah. My guy doesn't even watch it. Wow.
Wow, only a few. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. But yeah, we're back at it. Week 17. I don't think we've missed a week. So that's pretty hype. We will have a official year in no time, baby. I guess we'll get into it. Our first story is kind of a strange one. We've got an Overwatch X Porsche, Overwatch and Porsche collab. And I'll probably let Kirby talk more about this, because I'm not too certain on what this is all about.
Oh, it's just a Pharaoh and then a Diva skin that has the Porsche logo on it. And I'm assuming there's some sort of limited time mode where it's like you race to the finish, maybe, or like it's you racing or something like that. But I just thought it was funny because I like whenever luxury car companies do collabs with like video games, because like I feel like most people who play video games will never buy like one of their cars.
No, 1,000%.
Like,
and then
like Overwatch 2 players, bro.
I also just don't think they look that good. I mean, I'm looking at the Diva one right now, or the Pharaoh one. It has spinning. It has like rims and like calipers on it, which is all cool and all that. Like in like her gauntlets, but they did just like white. Like that's the color of the skin. It's basically just futuristic white. Same with Diva. She just has brake lights now.
They just look like reskins to me, you know?
Yeah, it's just they didn't really do anything fun with the colors. They didn't even do like a black or like a green or red or something crazy.
Do they have like tires on them? I don't think they do.
No, just the Pharaoh one has spinning
like brakes.
Yeah, it has like brake calipers with like rims like on her thruster things, I think is where it is. It's hard to kind of tell from this, but and then Diva's is especially bad. I think it's on her like coolant. It's like supposed to be her cooling jets or where the calipers are. So yeah. Like in her wings. Diva's is especially bad though cuz the back of the robot is literally just the ass of like a Porsche, like 911 or something.
Yeah.
It literally has the Porsche logo with the full rear like light housing. It would be really funny if she like started to go left or right if the blinkers turned on. Just something stupid.
Or like if she like stopped, the brake light would come on.
Yeah, and now I'm trying to confirm my theory that it's a 911 Porsche. I'm gonna stick with it. I think it's actually a different Porsche that she's modeled after. Oh,
I think it's the Cayenne.
The Cayman.
I think it's the SUV. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Cayman Porsche. Let's see.
That like SUV is so disgusting.
I'm thinking you're right.
It's like a mom version of a Porsche.
Yeah, they have, dude. That's been the new like market. That's why that new Mustang exists and stuff. The electric one. That's like the mom Mustang.
Gross.
Oh, yeah. the Cayenne. Oh, Cayenne.
Yeah,
you might be right. It's hard to tell.
I know my cars.
Well, I'm not too sure, dude. I don't know.
Oh, real name. we meme.
It's really hard to tell which one it is, but I'm going to go with it, sure.
I thought that was interesting story.
It's super ugly.
I saw it while I was watching YouTube one day. I was like, what is this, dude?
Well, it's definitely ugly.
Yeah. Speaking of Overwatch, though, on to our next story. All of the Overwatch 2 characters that have come out will no longer be locked behind a paywall. They will be unlocking all of the characters. So all of the existing characters and the future characters. I think this is, me personally, this is how it should have been as soon as Overwatch 2 came out with 100%. A battle pass and a store system. At the very least, you should have been able to unlock them just by like playing like 10 matches or something like that. I always thought the fact that they were locked behind the paywalled battle pass, they weren't in the free tiers, was kind of disgusting.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. I still think it is kind of disgusting.
Well, I think they were in the free tiers, but it was like level 50, and that takes forever.
So I guess they're no longer going to be in the battle pass, which is good.
Yeah, I think the only scummy thing about this is that like anyone who paid for the battle passes to get the characters now, they kind of just wasted their money.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, classic Activision move though. So.
Oh yeah, classic. And well, it's real funny because on this article that I'm looking at, everyone else was just talking about how good Overwatch 1 is. I don't think this is going to make anyone come back to 2, to be honest. Maybe for like a day and then leave again. Yeah. But I don't even know if most people even care. I don't even know if most people have it downloaded still.
Well, this article came out over a month ago. I think we talked about the season 10 update on the podcast, and then I didn't even hear that they were giving out all the characters for free. I didn't even hear about that, which is like the main, I guess, point of the season. Which, you know, it's rough whenever that's the main selling point of the season.
Oof.
Man.
That is pretty rough.
Modern gaming.
I don't even know if you can call it gaming. It's more just like modern paying.
Modern slop.
Yeah, it really is. Anyways, speaking of modern slop, because no one cares about Overwatch 2, piracy. Here's a good thing. There is a guy on YouTube that made a fantastic little video. His name is Lex Torius. And he made a video in defense of piracy, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I have seen some anti-piracy stuff too, so you know, I guess this is more of a discussion. I think Kirby and I probably agree though that we really don't personally pirate anything, but we don't really have an issue with it. I mean, most of the time, piracy leads to purchases anyways. I think the things that I have ever pirated, allegedly, are usually like books that I enjoyed so much I later went on to buy. And I would have never bought the book if I couldn't have sampled it free, like a large portion of it first. And that goes for certain animes too, or things on Netflix. Like, let's say a comedian released something on Netflix back before, whenever I didn't have a Netflix account given to me, shared with me. I would find pieces of it on YouTube, and let's say it's like a comedy special. I'd watch like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I'd watch maybe I'd find a second one, comedy special, and I'd watch 5-10 minutes. And if I liked them both, or if I liked, 3 or 4, I would pay like the $5 for Netflix, watch all 4 or 5, and immediately unsubscribe. Because I was never going to subscribe to Netflix. I don't even think they have the $5 tier anymore. But it was on the phone exclusively, I think. And you could only watch through your phone. And so that was my favorite way of watching like comedy for a while. It's like I wanted to sample the special first on YouTube and then do Netflix.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I've really only ever allegedly pirated old Nintendo games on GameCube specifically, because Nintendo doesn't make those games freely available. And then on top of that, I think one time I purchased like the Mega Man collection for GameCube, and I really wanted to play Mega Man 2, so I actually downloaded like a SNES emulator and a Mega Man 2 for the NES. And I played that before the copy like arrived, because I think I ordered it and it took like a week to get here, so I was like,
yeah,
I'm going to play this now.
Yeah, and I don't think we've ever felt. Do you ever feel bad pirating like an old game, anyways?
No, not really. And I don't think. I mean, I would never pirate something that like just came out, mainly because it's pretty sketchy nowadays with all the
ways they can track you and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
Also, like viruses and stuff.
Maybe they just decide to make you the example. I don't know, but I don't like pirating anything new either. Allegedly. Also, there are a lot of countries that just don't have access to certain media. I know, in a lot of more third world countries, if they have internet, a lot of the kids there will like pirate things like anime or music and just like general entertainment, and they would normally never have it. So, I mean, if you're a big lefty, then there's a benefit. And I don't really think there's
or like kind of if you're a big right winger, you'll probably like this, but I believe in China they don't allow like the sale or the publishing of the Bible, and so you would have to like pirate a version of the Bible in China in order to read it.
That's true. Catholicism is almost non-existent in China, but a lot more of something I've learned, a lot more of the Protestant kind of sects of faith are more popular in China, probably due to them just having access to those, quote-unquote illegal Bibles. And so all they have to go off is the Bible. They don't have like the tradition or church to go to or anything like that. So a lot of the Protestant faiths that rely almost 100% on the Bible are really, really popular there. Yeah, I saw that. At least I assume that's why. I would have to look into like studies, but I was looking at maps of like the different sects of Christianity across the world.
Well, I'd also have to imagine it's probably because the King James Bible is like one of the it's one of the easier translations to understand next to the New International Version, and then as well as those versions don't have like the additional books that the Catholic Bible has.
Yes, yeah.
So we're getting theological this episode.
We are. And to be honest, most of you that listen to this, shout out to all 8. If you're listening to this, you've gone pretty deep into the rabbit hole to find us. Thank you for that. But also, you've probably pirated a lot of stuff yourself, and you may have not even known it, or you just don't care. So I'm sure you kind of agree. Most gamers are pretty pro piracy, at least for older things. And then if you get into newer stuff, that's whenever the debate really starts.
Yeah, I mean, the only point I could ever see in pirating like a newer thing is if you bought a legal copy of it and then like the DRM or something like that is like messing with the game performance, and like pirating it so that way you don't have to deal with the DRM.
Yeah, 100%
software. Yeah.
Well, and then even then, I think too that as these online only games start to fade out, we've already seen a few of them. I know we've covered it. They start taking them off stores, shutting down servers. I think over time, that period where they leave those games open is actually going to get shorter. So instead of a game being available for 20 years, I imagine, or 10 years, I imagine they're just going to start taking them down 5 years, 6 years, somewhere in that range. I don't see, like, The Crew that was recently taken down. I don't remember how old that was. I think wasn't it 15?
I think it was 2013. I think it was
10 years ago. Yeah, I imagine that time frame getting shorter.
Or more.
But maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I could probably see it getting shorter just because people's attention spans, I feel like, are kind of getting less and less. So, like,
and if you're going to take away a game,
kind of get more bold.
Then people should pirate it and make it offline, and then you can be able to play it. I mean, hell, people make mods. I'm sure there are going to be people that make mods that, like, if it's a game that requires other players, where you can, like, add in bots and stuff. Or, like they've done with Black Ops 2, that fan-made version of Black Ops 2, where they have their own servers, that might become prevalent in more and more games.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that's what's going. Beast.
Well.
Yeah, I think we agree on that pretty much.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the case. I used to be more anti-piracy, but as time has gone on and these companies have started kind of showing their true colors and going back on a lot of their statements that the games would always be available and stuff, I think public sentiment's also shifting, and so did mine.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the lead on this one because I like this game. But
oh boy. Yeah. Our next topic, is XDefiant's coming out this week. It's coming out Tuesday. It's made by a former Call of Duty dev, Mark Rubin, who worked on the original Modern Warfare games, and he has said boldly that this game's not going to have SBMM. He explained what SBMM was, and then he also explained what engagement-based matchmaking was as well. So he knows, he basically just was calling out Call of Duty this whole, I forget what they called it. I think they called it like the XD cast or something like that. He was having a lot of fun with that. But yeah, no, I mean the game looks good. Are you excited for it? I've already pre-downloaded it. I'm ready.
Oh my.
Day one, baby.
I don't know how much I really care. It was cool. I liked it. I think it is better than COD whenever we played it. It was a little janky, so hopefully they fix that. I mean, it looks good. We'll definitely try it. I know that.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things about it is, so in Call of Duty, what they do is the maps are supposed to be sort of universal for every game mode. So some maps tend to, in Call of Duty, be really good for search and destroy only, and then some maps are good for like domination and control, and then other maps are good for like hardpoint. With this game, with XDefiant, depending on whatever game mode you're playing, it limits the amount, like what maps you can play on. So specific maps are made for those game modes.
Oh, well, that makes me a lot more excited.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching...
Me and Meta are definitely going to have to check it out.
I'm watching footage. This looks like Hardpoint almost.
Yeah, they have Hardpoint,
Wild
Control,
West map.
Escort. They've also talked about potentially adding in a one life search and destroy type game mode.
Okay. Oh no, I lied. This is domination. Yeah.
And then another thing I like too is for the escort mode, the more people that you have on the objective, the faster it moves.
Oh yeah.
Which I've always thought they should have added that into Call of Duty, like Hardpoint, or even, I mean, Domination they have it, but like Hardpoint or Control or something like that.
Yeah, me too. That's actually something I wish they added to Overwatch a long time ago, Overwatch 1, because those matches were always the longest. And so I wish they'd added that in more games where it would move the cart faster. I don't think it does it in TF2 either, but I wish it would have done it in TF2 also. Maybe if it wasn't even that much faster, but...
Yeah. Another thing I kind of enjoyed about this little the presentation they had here was they had pro players get into a server against other pros, and they had them play like a couple matches, and they sort of were like, so how would you or they just asked like the pros how to get better, or how to play better, and sort of like their tips and tricks. And I thought it was interesting. I mean, it was like basic, movement, use movement, and this, that, and I'm like,
strafe
okay.
Whenever you get a kill, yeah.
They're like, don't forget to use your abilities. I'm like,
damn.
But that is one nice thing, is they brought in a lot of like the OG Call of Duty pros to help. They specifically added Aches to the dev team so he could like play test it and give feedback, which I think is... I don't think devs should listen like to pros all the way. I think they should always listen to kind of pros and the casual community. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know, whenever they tend to focus on the pros, the game, I feel like gets way too stale.
Overwatch? No,
yeah, Overwatch.
You could even extend that out to all kinds of games. Counter-Strike, I think, suffered a little bit due to pros sometimes, but yeah. Yeah,
like I think like League of Legends or Valorant.
Yeah, really any like always online game that like is super competitive, it almost always gets adjusted poorly due to pros.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy.
No, that's how a lot of games go. But one thing I do like is they've confirmed that it's going to be exactly like Call of Duty, where you play, whenever you start playing, you're not going to have any attachments or anything like that. You're going to have to get, level up and get attachments, and there's even camos to go for, which I'm excited for.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Gotta give me some camos.
Some camies. Yeah. It looks great too. It looks like an old COD, so it looks like they've made it a lot smoother too.
Yeah. We're gonna be checking that out, baby.
Wow, this looks like a COD map. That's funny.
Yeah. Guess we can move on.
Yeah.
Ooh. I was just interested on our thoughts of the finals. The final season 2 came out. I honestly have not heard much about this game ever since it's come out. I think I remember playing the beta, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, their post on the new DLC got about 8,000 likes, so there are people that are paying attention.
The Season 2 reveal trailer has 5 million views, so I guess people are really enjoying this game. I guess I'm just out of the loop.
Yeah, I think we're just out of the loop on this one. It looks nice. Can I see my playtime on this? I have like a hot 20 minutes, I think. No. I know you have a lot more, but
I think I played for like 2 hours maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Steam says it's currently popular right now. And it does have 160,000 reviews and 6,000 recent reviews that are mostly positive. So, yeah, I guess people are playing it. You and I are just out of the loop.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
I know, I never felt like I was going to be the old guy who was like, what is this, a Fortnite?
What is this, a Fortnite?
But, yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of the people that sort of got into gaming whenever Fortnite was popular, or during that like 2018 period, I feel like they would really enjoy this type of game.
Yeah, from what I remember, this game does have a lot of like, because a lot of the surfaces are kind of destroyable, and there's a bunch of equipment that lets you jump around and do crazy shit. It's definitely more of a zoomer game, to be honest with you. Which isn't bad, it just means I can't play it because there's too much shit going on. I mean, I can play it, I just won't be, I'll be horrible.
Oh, no, I mean, I was horrible at it. No, I'm usually pretty good at games. But I was like, this game is just not for me. But, yeah, I mean, if you like, really, like, I'm talking really fast-paced shooters, or, if you like games that really try to innovate, I think that's one thing that the finals did do, is it tried to do a lot of crazy things, like where one of the characters, you can place down a jump pad, and then it sends you like all the way like 3 stories high.
Ooh.
So you can just you can go from ground level all the way to the top of a building.
Damn.
If you wanted to. Which like no other first person shooter does that.
No.
So I think that is one thing that the finals has, but other than that, it's way too fast paced for my old
mind. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know. Play it, look it up, play it. It looks cool. It's just too much going on in it, and this is a stupid complaint, but it's too far in the future for me. I would much rather play XDefiant over that, because XDefiant looks more my speed, and I don't have to be hooked on Adderall for it either. The next story is kind of an exciting one. Xbox is actually pushing to have a lot more of their games on PlayStation. Obviously, games like Minecraft and stuff, especially because they're missing out on such a large market. Unless you can get Minecraft on PlayStation, I'm not too sure.
You can get Minecraft on PlayStation, but it'll be the Legacy Console Edition. So it'll be up to 1.13, but nothing above that.
Savage.
Yeah, so you get... Well, it's because they stopped updating the Xbox 360, Xbox One, all like the names of the console versions that had the console name in them. They stopped updating all those right after Update Aquatic, and they all made Bedrock the version that they use, which allows for crossplay, which I think is like huge. I feel like Minecraft should have always had crossplay.
Yeah, 100%. Which is kind of exciting. I think I kind of question the motives on this, because I have to. They're saying it's for more profit, and there's a bunch of people missing out on there's a bunch of studios at Microsoft missing out on profit. And sure, I believe that, but also there's an element that makes me question, back whenever the Xbox was more popular than the PlayStation, which I'm sure you remember, right? Or the Xbox 360 is more popular. Xbox really did do their best to have as many exclusives and really screw over PlayStation as hard as possible. And now, from what I still understand, that dichotomy is kind of flipped. I don't know if that's still 100% the case. Maybe it's more even now. But the PlayStation 4 was more popular than the Xbox One, and then that's when our PlayStation really turned around and started screwing all the Xbox people, getting the deals with COD to have the expansions come out a month early, just like Xbox used to. And so I almost think this is like a response to, like, there are two things this is. This is either more of a response to try to get exclusives to be less prevalent and make a little profit and maybe show some goodwill, or this is just them because they're behind trying to make a profit, and then as soon as they're more popular than Sony, they'll just turn around and start screwing Sony again with exclusives, which is probably what it really is. Just because they don't have the exclusive hold that Sony does right now.
Yeah, it's also that I think a lot of Xbox games, like Halo Infinite, and there's a couple others, but a lot of them have really flopped. Even though they should have been console sellers, they really weren't. I think one thing that I do like about what Microsoft is doing is they're trying to, at least this generation, they're trying to make sure that all their games get out on PC like pretty much day one. I think last generation, I don't know if they did that with the Xbox One, but
not day one.
I mean, really, they didn't have any exclusives, I think, on the Xbox One. Not too many.
Not really that memorable enough for us, so.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like PlayStation should. I know they have been much more. How do you call it? Like aggressive with their exclusivity. They haven't. I would like to see them kind of loosen up on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Microsoft's just. I personally think they're just doing this so they can get more money, which, you know.
I agree.
That's what they do. They're a company.
Yeah. I'm going to let you take over this next story because I got to go to the restroom real quick. But, yeah. And I don't know too much about it.
Okay. Yeah, so Microsoft is using a new AI to basically tackle, or to, I guess, listen to voice chats. And there's, in this article it says there's still a long way to go. So I'm assuming, you know, they haven't, this AI has probably not been, has not been a great success in terms of banning the right kind of people and not banning others. Sure. Let's see. Says, wow. Xbox captured over 138K voice records since the launch of this feature. And those reports resulted in enforcement strikes. 80% of players showed improved behavior. Bro. I love how corporate speak. Things like this get. Still toxicity and misogyny remain widespread in voice gaming chat based. I meme, of course. The suspension. Yeah. I don't know. I've always kind of been weirded out, especially with especially whenever I'm in like a Discord call, just because like I believe Discord also uses like an AI. I just think it's always weird to have someone or something always listening to you.
It is. It's very weird. I know this feature got like some attention when it came out, and people were making all those memes. Well, I think it used to just be the Kinect that would listen to you, but I think that was more of a meme. This is actually serious.
Yeah, well, and the thing about the Kinect too is that it was something that you could just unplug, and so like you didn't have to have the Kinect on. Whereas this is basically always on, even if you don't, even if you don't want it.
Yeah, I remember after the first year of us having the Xbox One, or maybe it was the 3. I think it was the One. We had the Kinect plugged in, but then at some point we were like, this thing's just taking up space, and it's fucking creepy. And every time you would say something close to, hey, Xbox, it would be like, yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Sometimes it would just activate randomly. It's annoying. Yeah. Bottoms up.
Looking for facts. He's looking for facts, baby.
This Twitch streamer, she says the suspensions are not enough. Nothing will stop these men from acting this way until hardware bans go into play. They should never be able to play games again.
Damn.
What? Dude, come on. I don't know. I mean, even if you implement hardware bans, you can still hardware spoof. So you're basically your hardware ID will be different than your actual physical hardware ID.
Mm-hmm.
So even that you can get around, really.
Yes. Hopefully you can hear
Takes
me
a lot
washing
more
my
time,
hands.
but you can.
I'm sure.
How do you feel about AI, Caleb?
I don't like it. I'm not really afraid of it, though. I had a friend probably about 6 months ago. We're both engineers. I won't say what kind. And he was saying that we should be afraid of AI because they're going to get so good they're going to take our engineering jobs. To which my response is not anytime soon, because from what I've seen of AI, about the only thing it can do is make janky art where people have extra fingers and monitor voice, and that's about it. I'm sure it'll get better pretty quickly, but I don't think it'll be fast enough to at least affect my job yet. So AI for other people is kind of a concern, I know. Especially ones that have maybe jobs that don't require a lot of like design or like experience. So I know that's a bit of a worry for people, but for me, I'm not too worried about AI. I think it's freaky, and I don't think we have any need for it. But I don't know. The world is how the world is, and I don't have any use for it.
For me, as kind of like a technology guy, I'm not really too afraid of AI. At least not at this point. I think of it more as a sort of as like a tool to start out with. Like I think a lot of artists might be in like a creative rut, and they might like implement AI to kind of get them started and thinking about like maybe what they want to draw, or I think kind of like it's kind of like gives you a plan of what to do.
100%.
But yeah, right now I don't know. It's not there yet.
Yeah. And I mean, there are just certain jobs and things. It can't do it yet. It can't do it yet. Because ultimately humans make the AI anyways, so it can only do what people tell it to do, essentially.
Base.
But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I just don't like them listening. I think that's creepy. I think that's how you get to a point in the future where you use the wrong pronoun by accident, and then suddenly you can't drive your electric car for a week. That's kind of more the future that I would be afraid of.
Yeah.
And they maybe take your bug rations to 1 cup a day to a half. So, yeah.
Yo.
They take away your cricket paste.
My grubs.
My grubs. Oh my god, that's... Oh, fuck. You farted too many times, you released too much CO2, so now they take away everything you know and love. The AI Alexa butt plug counted too many farts. Okay.
Damn. Base.
The best indie game of 24.
Dude. Yeah, so I saw this before we started the pod. I was like, yo, this game looks sick. It's this game called Little Kitty, Big City. And
best game.
You play as a cat, and you basically have to find your way home through a big city. And it looks like you interact with a bird and a dog, and you can customize your cat to have different hats and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. It looks like a pretty cute indie game. It apparently came out on the 9th, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And you are a black cat. That's important because black cats actually get treated the worst. And no, it's not because they're black. It's not race. It's it's
black dogs as
black
well.
Black dogs as well. It's just because of all the superstition around black animals. So, yeah. It doesn't look like too many people are nice. It kind of reminds me of like a 3D like Untitled Goose Game. Even though I never played that game, I only ever watched it. It kind of reminds me of that, but with more control and maybe less puzzle solving. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks awesome. I know that you're pretty excited about this game. I want to buy next week. I want to get Animal Well, and I want to get this game and actually play these games that we talk about. These are probably the only two that have really gotten my attention. What about this game makes you really like it? Besides, the cat is cute as fuck. So
I don't know. It's just the art style. It reminds me. It's kind of like an anime art style almost.
It is. It's like 3D anime, but because it's...
come on now. Who doesn't like kitties, boys?
Exactly. I like that the humans don't have faces. I actually think that's a good choice. A lot of games are doing this. Like, I think Untitled Goose Game, the humans didn't have faces. I really like that kind of art style. I think... especially whenever you're playing through the eyes of an animal, I think it's really cool that the humans don't have faces. Just because it really it keeps the focus on like the animal that you're playing as. And also I think it makes the humans a little more scary. And I think that's why they do that. Even though the humans are pretty cute in this game too. Like there's this little old lady that owns a fruit stand that you have to run from. This really does remind me of like 3D Untitled Goose Game. It looks like there's little puzzles, like so there are some humans that like you, and there are some that don't. It looks like in this part, you run over a few buckets of paint, and then you can run on this guy's canvas that he had been painting something on outside. And at first, he doesn't like you walking on his painting. But after you do it a few times, he really comes to appreciate it for the beautiful art that it is, all of the cat paw prints. Real San Francisco of him. I like that.
It's also, this game kind of reminds me of Stray.
Stray, yeah.
From a few years ago.
Definitely not as dark, though.
In a way. In a way, yeah. You can play
the cat games are blowing up right now, baby. It looks cute. Gosh, it makes me want to make a game. Honestly, I hoarded people's phones in a corner. Here's a review. I hoarded people's phones in a corner in the game. I currently have around 185 phone, and going there lags the hell out of my game. 10 out of 10. There you go. That's how you spend your life before you die, is hoarding people's phones in a virtual world. That is what I call gaming.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that took.
I like this. You can, of course, be a menace, as all cats are, and push stuff off of ledges. Yeah. Looks cool. Looks cute. I would actually like to play some of these games that we talked. They say it lasts around 4 hours, and it's not super engaging, but it is cute. So there you go. They're saying if you really relax, you can do like 15 hours. But if you just, I don't even know what that means. I guess if you rush, is there an MSQ? If you rush MSQ,
I guess
you get it done in 5 hours.
My favorite is the tags on Steam. Cats, cute, wholesome.
Wow. The perfect tag categories I see. I like that cats is now its own tag.
I wouldn't.
Wait, can you follow tags now? Oh no. Oh no, they literally just have a page
cats is
dedicated to cats.
Yeah. What?
Whoa. Side note on the pod here. We got Cats Go Fishing. That goes fishing. That looks like a fucking horrible game.
Quilts and Cats of Calico. What is it?
I see that.
Oh, it's a matching game? Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a lot. The issue with cat games is a lot of times they're just shit.
And then you just have SpongeBob here for some Nickelodeon All-Stars, bro.
I like how Stray is charging. Really? Stray is charging $30 now.
Warfare.
There's one called Heist Kitty. Get it? Instead of Vice City. Okay.
Dude, Cat Warfare though.
Here's Animal Shelter Simulator. Holy fuck.
That's my favorite. Is how like Steam just. I always forget about how many asset flips there are.
This game called Animal Shelter Simulator though looks actually okay. It's definitely a meme though.
Damn. We got off topic.
I wonder if you can put them down like they do in real life as well. Well, look, not a lot of donations came in. Okay, gotta make it realistic. Cat's Quest looks always cute as well. Other than that, I don't know of too many good cat games. Yeah, we're way on in the side thick of it now. Animal Shelter Simulator 2. All right, I'm kidding. All right, let's go. Okay. Get me out of here.
Yeah. Last topic on the
pod.
2 days ago, new Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yes, I know nothing
this
about
game's
this.
Set. It is set in Japan. And the protagonist is female. And
unplayable.
There's a black samurai too, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Did those exist?
I have.
Oh, there is a black samurai. Look at that. Wow.
It's called a Yusuke. It's black samurai.
Ooh, people are not happy.
Nah, I saw some ordinary gamers is like triggered.
Here's Disney's adaptation of Ghost of Tsushima. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there weren't any black samurais in Japan. I don't know about women. I'm pretty sure there wasn't that either. I'm pretty sure they were forced to do more of the dancing, traditional dancing, and less of the samurai. But maybe not. Google, Don't lead me wrong.
Yasuke.
There's one.
He's the first. Was the only African first non-Japanese samurai.
So there was one, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I've been proven wrong. There were apparently women, but not very many as well. The funniest thing.
Well, that kind of makes sense because Japan is like pretty traditional, so.
Yeah, I just think it's really funny. There is the Disney's adaptation of Ghost of Tsushima. That's funny. There's this guy's comment. We act in the shadow. Said the only black man in Japan standing tall at 1.8 meters in ceremonial armor. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Ubisoft taking a page out of the Netflix Cleopatra documentary. Ubisoft, I'm still waiting for an ancient Rome game where we play as a Native American centurion. I mean...
Ubisoft's trying so hard to be Disney.
Damn.
Oof.
I mean...
Yeah.
Here's some Japanese guy. Yeah, I don't know. He's not too happy about it. It's not that there's a black samurai and a woman samurai. It's more that there's just not a white male samurai that you can play with a Japanese. Sorry, he wanted a Japanese male main character in an Assassin's Creed game, and a Japanese female main character. But he says it just feels kind of bad that they didn't use a Japanese character. So yeah, and then people are mad about Ubisoft taking down games, it seems like. So it's kind of a mix of everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Is this it? Maybe Shogun Destiny? Was this the one that I was thinking of? There's another game, but I always wanted an AC game that was set in Japan. But I guess I don't know. And we'll see. We'll still have to see how it plays out.
Damn, Sweet Baby must have gotten involved in this one.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I mean, were you surprised?
Yeah. I mean, don't worry. There will be a main to this poor guy over here in Japan that wanted to have a Japanese male character. Don't worry. There'll be a Assassin's Creed game based in, the Aztec lands of South America where you get to play as a Japanese Native American, I'm sure. Don't worry. Okay. I don't know. I don't really care too much. It's a Ubisoft. It's a fucking Ubisoft game. Assassin's Creed mostly. I don't care too much. I mean, I know you do, but I don't play Assassin's Creeds.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean they haven't had I wouldn't say they haven't had like a great one since Black Flag. So.
Based.
I don't know.
I played Odyssey.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't.
For a hot 3 hours, but my PC was so hot, I started roasting marshmallows on it. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I think that's about it for the pod. Hope you guys enjoyed. You have a great day. Mm-hmm. Peace. Bruh.